Greetings. This is Reginald, also known as Brother Teacher. I have a question for you. Have you prayed today? I don't know what your religion might be or what your religious persuasions might be or your beliefs just in general, but have you prayed today at some point? And what I'm trying to ask you really is that do you realize the importance of having a relationship with God, Yahweh, Allah, Jehovah? Do you realize how important it is? You know, we're not just here on the earth by happenstance. There was a divine purpose and intellect behind us being here. So at least we could do, the least we could do is to acknowledge daily, even if you don't have a relationship established with the Creator at this point, you can start today. But if you don't peradventure have a relationship with the Creator today, and hopefully this sparks a little light in your heart, you'll consider it. Because He's important. He is more important than any other thing on the earth, because there is nothing that exists without Him. Yahweh, which is what I like to refer to the Creator as, the Hebrew term, Yahweh is my all in all. And as the scripture said, it is through Him that we move, that we live, and that we move, and that we have our being. And without Him, we are nothing. People, we are nothing. Understand that. All of the problems and the trials and tribulations and the ups and downs that you have in your life are nothing. Because one day those things will cease and we will all die. But what's after that then? Will we finally meet the one responsible for us being here? The answer is inevitably, we will. What will we say? What can we say to the one responsible for our existence? I just lived a life of casual style, if you will. I just went for what I knew. I just lived any old kind of way, Almighty God. I just did anything I wanted to do. He does expect something of you and I. He expects us to seek Him out. You see, when people come around you and they try to give you words of encouragement, I'm not trying to say try to sell you their religion or their belief or their dogma systems, if you will. But when people come around you and they're kind to you and they're genuine to you and they say, do you believe in God? Most people will kind of cringe, kind of back up, and don't even want to talk about the subject. Because it brings about a certain responsibility and a consciousness right on the spot. And a lot of us don't want to face that. But we're so quick to call upon a God when we're in distress, trauma, drama. It is because He does indeed exist. Don't forget, He was here before us. He's responsible for us being here. We can't be so quick to point a finger and say, but all of these troubles that I'm going through in my life, are a result of what God has done to me. But what have you done for God? If you are His creation, He expects something from you. It's not the reverse. I want you to give me all of the things that my heart desires, Lord, Creator, Almighty. But I don't want to do anything for it. That's not the way it's supposed to be, my friends. Each and every waking moment of my life, I acknowledge the Creator. Because I know, and I learned this at a very, very young age, that there's something greater than I am. Even if you can't explain it and articulate it the way that you want to, it doesn't change the fact that it does exist. This world works on the clock. The sun rises and it sets relentlessly every single day. People are born and they die all of the time. The earth rotates on its axis. All living things on the earth utilize oxygen in this particular atmosphere. We need oxygen, we have fire, we have seasons. All of these things working in tandem. And the forces of life and photosynthesis, just the dynamics of life by itself, didn't just happen for no reason. It just didn't come because of an explosion, as they say, some spontaneous combustion. Some intellect is behind it. Don't you think you would do yourself a great injustice if you didn't find out what your relationship is with the one who's responsible for you? So take that into consideration today. I don't care what station in life you're in, what your vocation is, who you think you are, how bad you think you are, how great you think yourself, or you think of, I should say. However great you think you might be, is what I'm getting at. You're no greater than he who is responsible for you being here, and your family, your children, your friends. Those things that you hold dear, you will have not been able to do that if you were not here. And then if you were not here, you just simply wouldn't exist. But while you are here, make the best of being here. Seek the Creator out. I'm a businessman, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm an online marketer. I do a lot of things. But you know what? In all of that doing, as the scripture says, in all of your getting, make sure you get an understanding. I do understand that the Creator is responsible for everything. And I have learned to accept the good and the bad in life. But never would I ever be so bold and presumptuous, to denounce that there's no God. Never. Because if there were no God, there would not be a me. I hope that these words of encouragement have struck a place in your heart today. And I want you to know, whoever you might be out there, if you're curious about the Creator, and you just want to give a shout out, you just want to acknowledge it, and to my possible atheist audience that's out there as well, it's okay. There'll come a time when all things will come into the light. But I'll say to this point, I do love you, whoever you are. I appreciate your comments and your likes. If you would desire to leave a like, I would appreciate it, but I don't ever ask for likes on this platform. But I appreciate anything that you do for me. But most of all, I am your servant. I'm here to encourage you, to help you move through this journey that we call life and make it easier for you. And there's nothing greater than having understanding first. This is Brother Teacher, and I'll see you in the next video. So long.